Welcome back to the Real Kings TV. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Channel where we keep it real, man. We call a spade, man, regardless of, who we may be talking about. I want to briefly touch on the Lil Boosie T.I. situation. You see what I'm saying? Now, for you all that's unfamiliar, T.I., Lil Boosie rather, went on Vlad TV, aka Glad TV, and basically called T.I. rat. And they had some plans in the works. They had a joint album that they were working on. They had already recorded several songs for the album. They got a reality show that they, was working on. So T.I. made a statement that he told on his cousin to get out of a case, but his cousin was deceased at the time when T.I. told on him. So Lil Boosie goes on Vlad TV and basically calls T.I. rat instead of just picking up the phone, calling T.I. And then he goes on to say that the projects are off. They won't be doing no shows, and they won't be doing no albums together. Lil Boosie say he don't condone that. Now, I definitely had a problem, like many other people. Like I said, if you don't want to do business with a person that you feel like is law enforcement or is work with law enforcement, that's your prerogative. But at this point, man, y'all 40 years old, man. Close to it anyway. Who's sitting around here worrying about if somebody's a rat or not? At this point, y'all not doing no dirt together. The business that y'all doing is a legitimate business. Now, Boosie later came back to Vlad and pretty much recanted everything that he said. Now, kudos to Boosie for doing it, because a lot of people, man, once they say something, they feel like, I said it, I'm standing on it. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. People make mistakes, man. Sometimes you say things that you shouldn't say. You see what I'm saying? So I definitely commend him for coming back, saying that he was wrong, apologizing to T.I. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, you saying that y'all's kids play together. You saying that, this man has helped you. That's your man's. You don't go on Vlad TV and call the man a rat. You just don't. Now, let me say this, though, because T.I. got to accept some responsibility, too. T.I., why in the world would you put a video out like that? You don't joke about being a rat, man. You don't joke about telling on somebody. I don't even really feel like that's ratting anyway. If the person is dead and gone, because the name of the game is to stay out of jail. People don't want to admit that. Every time somebody, if you're talking to somebody and they get arrested, they always like, oh, man, I told him, man, go on and get me upstairs, man. You know what I'm saying? Go on and get me to the cell. Man, them people's in jail right now, they want to go home. All the people that got something to say about Terrence Gangster Williams, man, they would have did the same thing. Matter of fact, they probably would have did it years and years ago. This man did for 24 years. But Lil Boosie wants to be like, oh, no, man, you know what you signed up for. Yeah, we all know what we signed up for. But that don't mean that you don't want to go home. He ain't, put nobody in jail. Ain't nobody been taken away from their family. You see what I'm saying? So if he had the opportunity to come home, just by saying, yeah, talking to me, I'm going through my Charleston White. Yeah. But, if he had the opportunity to come home by telling what he did, and mentioning some guys that's no longer with us, man, you got to do what you got to do to come home, man, with integrity, man. Nobody got arrested, man. And like I said, the majority of y'all out there would have done the exact same thing, including you, Lil Boosie. Ain't nobody sitting in jail like, oh, man, I'm having a time of my life. Nigga, you in jail trying to figure out, you writing the governor, you writing the mayor, you trying to get word to the president. And you trying to get applying for pardons, all type of people. You doing any and everything you can do to get up out that piece. So, Lil Boosie, you always talking about, what you stand on. That was dead wrong what you did, man. But like I said, I commend you for coming on back to Vlad TV and apologizing. And Vlad's just sitting back, just soaking it all up. Just sitting back, eating like a fat cat. Because Vlad knows, okay, when I bring Boosie back on here, my views skyrocket. So he pays you your little fee, whatever you charge. I don't have a clue what you may charge. But he's killing the game. Now everybody wants to blame Vlad. Ain't no sense of blaming Vlad. He don't make y'all say nothing. He just sits back and let you just talk. He may ask you a question or two. If you don't want to answer, don't answer. You know what I'm saying? But everybody wants to blame him. He ain't doing nothing but interviewing you. But nevertheless, Boosie say that the album's back on and the reality show's back on. And I'm glad. Y'all ironed it out as grown men. Y'all talked it out. I understand T.I. had that case against him. And I do understand the mandatory minimum. I do understand that anybody else would have gotten a minimum of 10 years, and that's somebody that had a nice lawyer. Means they had nice money. However, if there's been no paperwork produced, you cannot call somebody a rat. So now people want to, the indictment was sealed, or, come on, man. There's no paperwork on the man. None, absolutely none. But see, you got guys like Whack 100, and he got all these followers. So when he say something, in their head, it's law. It's law. So now you got Whack 100 talking about, if T.I. tries to approach him as a man and talk to him when he sees him, he's going to fire on him. Ignorance, man. Just ignorant. What, you think T.I. is just going to be out there by himself? You not know this man's a multi-millionaire, Whack? Why you worth your little $2-3 million? Do you not understand, man, that you are fooling with somebody that his hand reaches way further than yours? You just mad because he ain't saying nothing. Ain't no reason for him to say nothing. Whack? For what? He hears you. It gets back to him what you saying. Okay. We'll see. And I bet that's how he's approaching it, because I wouldn't pay you no mind either. Who are you? That's how I'd be looking at it. You see what I'm saying? You might be somebody to the average person is out there struggling. You know what I'm saying? Financially. You got a couple million, so you throw your little money around. But to somebody like T.I. that's worth $50-60 million, bro, they ain't even... You want him to say your name. This guy's not paying you no mind, because he know you just talk. Just like I'm doing. So let me get back to what I was saying, as far as Lil Boosie. I'm glad that he did that. I hate how he did it, but I'm glad that he came back. He cleaned it up. Y'all cool. Everything seems to be cool. You know what I'm saying? And y'all just go on, man. That's what men, adults do. They get together, they talk it out. I'm sure T.I. told him, how he felt. Like I said, T.I. has to take some responsibility. That ain't nothing you should be joking about, man. Especially in your shoes, in your situation, T.I. Joking about telling on nobody. Even if it's, may not be looked at as ratting. You don't even bring up telling. You know what I'm saying? Just like on life. Don't even say my daddy's watch. Say big clock or some shit. Don't even say the word watch. You know what I'm saying? T.I., don't even say the word tail. You know what I'm saying? You better say something else, man. But appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Again, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Help me grow my channel. You know what I mean? I'm just getting started or whatever, starting from the ground up. And we're going to do this thing, man. Salute.